All right, guys, here we go again. So, I have this terrible, terrible problem. I can only learn empirically, and that means that, like, I have to experience it, I have to do it. Otherwise, I don't retain the information and whatever. That being said, made one of the biggest mistakes of my life recently. Well, maybe not. And I went and saw Madam Web. Just don't. Okay? I mean, maybe do. We'll get into it. So, yeah, like, from start to finish, I was like, the hell's going on? Why did that happen? Why did this happen? What? What happened to her power? How come, wait, now she's got the power again? Didn't she just not have it? Wait, what's she doing in Peru? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So, a friend of mine, recommended that when I do reviews that I try to talk about things that I like before I go into the things that I didn't like. That's going to be really, really hard this time. Because really, the only things that I liked about this movie were Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson dies. Spoiler alert: one of those things doesn't survive. Yeah. So the movie itself is complete and utter garbage. I kind of have to blame the writers and the director for this. Like, I've seen things with Dakota Johnson where, like, she's not bad. I've seen things with Adam Scott where he's good. I've seen things with Sydney Sweeney where she's good. I've seen all of these actors do a better job. And then I saw this movie. God, none of them acted like they all acted like Michael Burnham in the Star Trek Discovery. They were all wooden blocks that literally, like the S.J. Clarkson director was moving around like, okay, now you stand here and you say these words, and then you go over here and you say these words, and all the words are stupid. And all the performances are very, very not good. So, yeah, there's that. And then, like, the script, dialogue was awful, but also, like, the plot, like where things go and how things happen. What? Like, at one point, like, she's on the run because, like, she may or may not have kidnapped these girls, but, like, then all of a sudden, nobody cares. And, like, they kind of explain it in the movie, but not enough to where, like, she should be able to get on a plane and go to Peru. Now, I say that because the movie takes place in 1973 and then in 2003. I don't know how many people who watched this were alive in 2003, but getting through the airport security in 2003 was not easy, okay? So if you were on the run from anything, like maybe they thought you kidnapped 3 girls, you're not getting out of the country. And yet, somehow, Dakota Johnson's character, named something Webb, Candy, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. Like, you're not getting out of the country, okay? Like, you're here. Like, nobody's letting you out. And yet, she got out, went to Peru to find her roots or whatever, because that's where she was born. Which, again, all right, here's another thing. She was born in Peru. Her mother was an archaeologist, a scientist, or something STEM related. And she died in childbirth, giving spoilers, I guess. Who cares? Giving birth to Cassandra? Yeah, Cassie. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, because nothing matters in this movie. But, like, so she dies in childbirth, gives birth to Cassie, and then somehow Cassie ends up in America. But she was born in Peru, and everybody else who was with the mother died. So how the baby ended up back in America, your guess is as good as mine. But don't worry, none of this matters. Like, everything is, like, just stupid. and like just dumb. Because her mom takes a picture in 1973 when she's pregnant with Cassie, and the pictures of a tree with the spider web in it, and then Cassie's got this book that her mom, left her. Again, how did that happen? Who knows? Whatever, it doesn't matter, because nothing matters in this movie. So Cassie goes back to Peru because why not? Like, we got to make different places for this movie to be. And she finds that tree. Now, here's what's funny. That tree hasn't grown in 30 years. Nothing about that spot has changed in 30 years. What? 30 years. Nothing's changed about that tree. I would want to study the mystical properties of that tree, that like it doesn't change in 30 years. Anyway, then like Las Arañas, what? Just stop it. Just don't even. Who cares? Help her understand her powers, but as I said previously, like her powers work and then they don't work and then they work again and then they don't, and then at one point like she gets blinded because she didn't see that coming. There's a joke there. Yeah. I'm not going to make it because I don't have time to think of it because it's... No. This movie's just a waste of my everything. And then at the end, spoiler alerts. The girls and Cassie fight the bad guy and they kill him. You ready? Yeah. They kill him with Pepsi-Cola. That's right. And that's part of the biggest problems with this whole movie is the over-the-top, in-your-face product placement. It's just ridiculous. Like, Pepsi-Cola from the beginning to the end. Pepsi-Cola. And everybody knows, thank you, Goldfinger, that Pepsi-Cola sucks. It tastes like fucking shit. Flush it down the toilet and get rid of... Anyway. Yeah. And then the end of the movie, the last, 2 to 5 minutes, like, you sit there and you wonder to yourself, like, wait a minute, am I watching the CW? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, this is really, 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 really low-level stuff. Like, yeah. So, in the end, it had Sydney Sweeney, which was a waste because they did their best to make her look unattractive. Spoiler alert, you cannot make her look unattractive. You can make her look not as attractive as she actually is, but you can't make her look unattractive. Sydney Sweeney for the win. And then they also took away Dakota Johnson's eyes. What? That's like one of her best features. Like, she's a beautiful girl, but her eyes are stunning. And they were like, yeah, let's get rid of those. We don't need that. Oh, my God. So, oh, yeah, and then, like, the bad guy apparently, like, couldn't speak English right. So, like, I kept watching it thinking, like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, I don't understand what's happening. And then I found out later that they dubbed somebody else's voice over the actor's voice because of how bad he was at speaking English. I wish I was making this up. Like, some part of me thinks that I am. But yeah, like, at the end of the day, though, here's the sad truth of it. It wasn't the worst thing that Marvel's ever made. And, I mean, I think that this could end up being the Room of Marvel Cinematic Universe. Where, like, years from now, people are like, bro, did you watch Madam Web? Wow. Did you notice this about that? Did you notice that about this? Holy crap. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hey, doggy. Yeah, like, I think that this could be a cult classic in as far as, like, just garbage films. But in the end, don't be like me. Take other people's advice. Don't watch this movie. Please don't. Don't do it. But yeah, I did it. And I kind of hate myself for it. Peace, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all soon.